never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago.
Thanks,
fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Jones, first carry for the USC man, and room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now Allen. He'll let it fly for Austin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. Austin's got it left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. On play action, Allen. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
No, check, Patriot, gone! Detroit! Go!
Allen going to go on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ronald Jones, 40 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
Kayla.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll take this across the 25.
Kayla some milk.
Up to the
Kayla.
27-yard
Make us
line.
some strawberry milk real fast. And a sippy cup. Where's the sippy cup? Kayla. Yo.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Detroit!
From midfield, here's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
Oh,
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They give him a gain of 37.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough, because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
On play action, Allen. He'll buy some time right. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Allen now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Always got some breathing room. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Watch it now, Marty! Marty!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He dropped an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Throwing again. Allen. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
And here's Allen to throw on 3rd down. This is caught. And he's brought down after a good game. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll go with a keeper. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. C.J. Prosise taking it in. And the Bears will extend their lead. Whoa.
Is it Eric
He
in the
just
throw?
yanked that one well
Awesome.
to the left. And no good.
Second.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that will help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Allen now on first down. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Equanimous St. Brown, 47 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Sanders now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And a big loss here.
All the way, man.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen going to throw. And his pass incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Deshaun Jackson, 87 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throws St. Brown complete on the left side.
Man, stop fucking
And he'll be
playing me,
brought
man.
down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Watch it now.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Wide open receiver complete.
That's all.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. A 2nd quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Sanders now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get us.
Good game. Niggas rushing. Niggas sucking in the league, bro.
He's been sacked so far in the first half. And
Crazy.
they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere. They can't find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Damn, trash, bro.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Man open. That's Damian Ratley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Damn,
So a
fucking
minute
trash.
55
Nigga,
to go
2
in
niggas
the
in good
first
pressure
half.
life. Ain't no fucking way. In real life, bro, shit get 8 the fuck up. Quarterback got all day.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Allen. They still can't get it. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offense.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Cornelden. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Shot before half for Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Watch it now, Barney!
Allen now. On third down. Got a man. That's Allison. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The give is to Jones. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First throw now for the backup, Bortles. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ronald Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Here's Allen, buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Leopard! Detroit!
Now Allen to throw. Throwing on third and long. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Oh, and now some space to operate. 30, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Rolling to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the 1st-round pick out of Alabama.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Now a play fake. Bortles. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that is incomplete here. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen, remember to keep an eye out. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's caught, Lockett. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up this time. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now Allen operating from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
One final try here for Allen. Now he'll escape to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st down, they go option to the right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
And here's Allen throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Raymond now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Leopard! Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Operating from the gun, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Bortles to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right. And this will be caught at the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A give to Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On play action, it's Bortles. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On play action, now Bortles. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping, maybe just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right.
Under 10.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29.
Leopard!
It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Equanimeous St. Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Green 80. Hey, spread left. Spread left. Green is right.
Bortles going to look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gun! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Spread left. You got 4. Bunch right.
Again, it's Jones. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Bortles going to throw here, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here we go.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Watch 17, watch 17. Mike 39, Lucy. 11, 11. Lucy, Lucy. 11B, 11B. 53 for Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Back to throw.
Caught the rack with my new advance.